Hello, dear friend, and welcome to another peaceful night on how people lived before electricity, a peaceful history story. I am so glad you are here with me. Wherever you are listening from, come and get comfortable. Pull up your blanket, turn down the lights, and let the gentle words carry you to a quieter time. Tonight, we will slow down together and remember a simple, peaceful chapter in human history. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and relax. This is your time to rest. Take a slow, deep breath. Imagine a world without any electric lights. No bright screens glowing in the dark. No buzzing sounds from refrigerators or fans. Just the soft, gentle flicker of candlelight and the quiet song of crickets outside. Tonight, dear friend, let us travel together back to a simpler, more peaceful time. The world before electricity. Hundreds of years ago, life moved gently with the rising and setting of the sun. People did not rush from morning until night. Their days felt slower, quieter, and closer to nature. When the first soft light of dawn touched the sky, families would wake naturally. No loud alarm clocks, just the sweet sound of birds singing in the trees. Children rubbed their sleepy eyes and smiled as they smelled fresh wood smoke from the fireplace. Mothers stirred warm pots of porridge or oatmeal over the open fire. The smell of baking bread or herbal tea filled the small wooden homes. Fathers would step outside, stretch their arms, and look at the beautiful morning sky. Everything felt fresh and full of hope. Life was simple, but it was rich in small, beautiful moments. Families talked softly to each other while eating their morning meal. No one was staring at a phone. They looked into each other's eyes and listened with their hearts. As the sun rose higher in the sky, the day's gentle work began. The morning work felt peaceful because it followed the natural rhythm of the land. Farmers walked slowly to their fields, carrying simple tools made of wood and iron. They plowed the earth, planted seeds, and cared for their crops with their own hands. The soft sound of birds and the gentle breeze kept them company. No loud machines disturbed the quiet countryside. Near the river, women washed clothes in the clear water. They sang soft songs together as they worked. The sound of flowing water and their gentle laughter made the hard work feel lighter. Children often played nearby, collecting smooth stones or chasing butterflies. Back at home, older family members tended the garden. They grew vegetables, herbs, and flowers. Every plant was touched with care. The smell of fresh soil and blooming roses filled the air. By midday, everyone felt a gentle tiredness from honest work. This was the time for the main meal of the day. The midday meal was a time of rest and connection. There were no microwaves or fast cooking. Everything was prepared slowly and lovingly over the fire. A big pot of vegetable stew might bubble gently, filled with carrots, potatoes, onions, and herbs from the garden. Fresh bread, still warm from the morning baking, was sliced thick. Sometimes there was cheese from the family cow, or a little fish caught from the nearby stream. Families sat together at a wooden table. They ate slowly, enjoying every bite. They talked about the morning's work, shared news from the village, or told funny stories about the children. No one was in a hurry. The meal could last a full, peaceful hour. After eating, many people rested for a short while. Some lay under a shady tree. Others sat quietly mending clothes or carving small wooden toys for the children. The warm afternoon sun and the soft buzzing of bees made everyone feel calm and content. When they woke from their short rest, the children were full of energy for play. Childhood before electricity was filled with imagination and freedom. Children ran through green meadows, climbed strong old trees, and built little houses from sticks and leaves. They skipped stones across ponds and made daisy chains for their mothers. There were no video games, but they never felt bored. Their toys were simple: a wooden doll, a spinning top, or a ball made of cloth and straw. They learned by watching nature. They knew when the berries would be ripe, when the birds would lay eggs, and when the first frost would come. Older brothers and sisters taught the younger ones how to fish with a simple line, or how to find the best hiding spots in the forest. As the afternoon sun began to lower, the golden light spread across the fields. This was one of the most beautiful times of the day. Farmers started walking home from the fields. Their shadows grew long on the path. The sky slowly turned soft orange and pink. Families began to gather inside their homes as the daylight gently faded. Evening was the warm heart of life, before electricity. As darkness arrived, people carefully lit their oil lamps and candles. The soft, golden light danced on the walls and created peaceful shadows. Everyone moved closer together because light was precious and not to be wasted. This was the time for the evening meal. It was usually lighter than midday, perhaps leftover stew, fresh eggs, or warm milk with bread. Again, the family sat together. They spoke in soft voices. The children listened as their grandparents told stories from long ago. After the meal, the real magic of the evening began. The father might play a simple wooden flute or a fiddle. The mother would knit warm socks or mend torn shirts by the firelight. The children sat on the floor, wrapped in blankets, listening carefully. Sometimes neighbors would visit. They brought their own stories and songs. The room filled with gentle laughter and the crackling sound of the fire. No loud televisions, no scrolling on phones, just real human voices and warm company. The stories told by the fireside were special treasures. Grandparents told tales of brave ancestors, magical forests, or funny adventures from their own childhood. Children's eyes grew wide with wonder. These stories were passed from one generation to the next, keeping family history alive. On some nights, the family would read from the Bible or an old storybook by candlelight. The gentle flickering flame made the words feel even more alive. When it was time for bed, they simply blew out the candles. The house became completely dark and wonderfully quiet. Only the soft sounds of nature remained. An owl hooting in the distance, gentle rain on the roof, or the peaceful breathing of family members. People slept deeply because their bodies followed the natural rhythm of day and night. They went to bed early and woke up rested with the morning sun. Of course, life was not always easy, especially during the cold months. In winter, the days were short and the nights long. Homes could feel chilly. Families wore many layers of wool clothes and slept under heavy blankets. They warmed smooth stones in the fire, wrapped them in cloth, and placed them at the foot of the bed to keep their toes warm. But even winter had its own peaceful beauty. Families spent even more time together. They told more stories, played quiet games with cards or wooden pieces, and dreamed by the fire. The snow outside made the world feel soft and silent. Travel was slow and thoughtful. People walked or rode horses along dirt roads. A trip to the next village became a small adventure. They noticed every flower, every bird, and every changing color of the leaves. Letters written with pen and ink were carefully delivered by hand and read many times with joy. Celebrations before electricity felt truly magical. On special days, harvest time, Christmas, or village festivals, the whole community came together. People carried lanterns and torches. The warm yellow light from many candles and fires made everything look golden and dreamy. Music filled the air. Children danced around in circles, while elders clapped and smiled. Food was shared generously. Stories were told louder and with more laughter. These gatherings created strong bonds between neighbors and family that lasted a lifetime. Even ordinary days held small joys. A woman finding the first spring flowers. A man teaching his son how to carve wood. A grandmother teaching her granddaughter how to bake bread. Life was full of these quiet, meaningful moments. As our peaceful journey through time slowly comes to an end tonight, let us remember how people lived with much less, yet perhaps felt more. They had time for real conversation, time to watch the stars, time to sit quietly and think. Their lives were closely connected to nature, to family, and to each other. The world before electricity was slower, quieter, and deeply calming. Now, as you lie safely in your comfortable bed, let these gentle pictures stay with you. Picture the soft glow of candlelight on wooden walls, the warm crackling of the fire, the peaceful sound of rain on an old roof, the loving voices of family telling stories. Breathe in slowly and breathe out even slower. All the noise and rush of today can gently fade away. You are safe. You are calm. You are surrounded by peace. Sleep well, dear friend. Drift into sweet dreams of simpler times. We will meet again soon for another peaceful story to help you rest. Good night, and God bless.